Okay, so good morning and thank you for that wonderful introduction. And it is my absolute pleasure to be here. And thank you for finding me over there in Hungary and that you found me here. That's always a real joy and privilege that I'm reaching out around the world. And I teach lots of people from around the world. So it's wonderful. I feel very privileged and touched that I can reach people because I do have people into my school. And then when I can teach remotely, which is another benefit of this situation, that I've been able to reach people remotely, and that's really wonderful. So I don't need to go into my introduction because that was absolutely perfect, and I just wanted to share with you some of the skills and some of the techniques that we all need. I've sort of highlighted things that are very current about sitting on Zoom and sitting on the computers all the time. So it might be that we're getting eye strain and headaches and neck pain and just sort of this upper region. So I thought we'd do a little bit of self-massage and self-care here for that purpose. And then some of the other little bits and pieces like the facial massage I'm going to share with you are just beauty tips. And these are sort of facial massage beauty tips that I do regularly for myself and my skin as we're sort of, I don't know the age, but I'm over 50, I'm 52, and it's sort of an ongoing project of keeping my skin hydrated, massaged, nourished, and the massage aspect of it. You can have all these gorgeous products, but it's the massage aspect that I think makes a huge difference. So in Chinese medicine, the aim of most of wellness is to have a lot of blood, qi, and lymph flowing. And to keep the flow of blood, qi, and lymph in the body promotes wellness and harmony and balance. And that's when we have good flow. When we have stagnation or blockages, that's when you get tension and inflammation and stagnation. So when you've got muscular tension or inflammation in the joints, or even inflammation and puffiness in the skin, it means that the blood, qi, and lymph, and also the tissue fluid, is not flowing well. So all of these techniques as well is just to sort of open up the meridian channels, to get everything of the fluids flowing and to get qi flowing. So let's begin, and part of that is our breath. So you can either sit cross-legged, you're going to sit comfortably. So however it is comfortably, even if you're in a chair, just invite you to be comfortable so that you're in a neutral position and your chest is open, your shoulders are down. And we'll just begin by taking some long, deep breaths. And we're just going to bring ourselves to this space of awareness within ourself, and this self-care and this self-love and this self-acknowledgement and this self-acceptance. All of that non-judgment, no criticizing, no expectations, just totally being present, and just no counting of the breath, no holding the breath. It's working very much with your natural breath, but it's just more about becoming present to the breath. And acknowledging how wonderful and grateful we are for this breath. And opening up the space in the lungs. We're just going to start by doing a little bit of tapping. So take your fingertips and we're going to tap on our breastbones and the sternum, and moving out across the intercostal spaces of the rib cage. Maintaining the awareness of your breath. Just some tapping. Tapping up on the clavicle, on the collarbone, and just sort of high up on the collarbone is this is the end of the kidney channel. This balances your harmony of yin and yang. And also here we've got the thymus gland. So all of this is about balance and wellness, this area. Boosting immunity, boosting harmony. Okay. And we're just going to bring the tapping, and if you can just bring it over the back of your trapezius, so you're sort of the back of your shoulders, and onto your neck, just your fingertips tapping. So around the back of the neck and moving up to the head, we've got the governing vessel, the bladder meridian, the gallbladder meridian, and these channels run all the way from the top of the body to the bottom of the body. So I'm just tapping the back of my head around the neck. And now I'm going to bring my tapping onto the top of my head. Just tapping. This enlivens chi, enlivens the meridians, enlivens all the nerve endings and the neural pathways that we have, all the cranial nerves and the vagus nerve, occipital, and we've got the ocular nerve, so just gently around the eye socket, just ever so gently around the eye socket. The trigeminal nerve that comes forward on the face. We'll come back to a facial massage shortly, but I just want to, this tapping enlivens all the meridians. Okay, so place your hands down onto your legs. We're just going to drop our head forward and allow the heaviness of the head and the weight of the head to give a very gentle and subtle stretch to the trapezius muscle at the back of the shoulders. And then we're just going to look up, open your eyes and look up. Don't compress the back of the neck too much, but we're just going to stretch forward the thyroid area without dropping the head back. Just be aware of opening up the throat chakra, thyroid, and the eyes looking up and then dropping forward, compressing thyroid and the throat chakra, looking down. Just going to do another couple of those, looking up, stretch. Try and sort of just get a little bit of almost like a chin lift and a stretch, and then looking down. Amazing. And back to center, we're going to take a look to the right. Move your eyes and look your eyes to the right. Take it to the stretch so you can feel this sternocleidomastoid muscle, the scalenes muscle, and then we're going to come very gently to the left, other side, looking. Look with your eyes, stretch. Nice. That's a subtle stretch, isn't it? Very subtle, but really powerful. And again, other side. Amazing. And the other way. And now we're going to bring our scarf into this stretch, because the scarf has an amazing way of assisting this stretch a little bit further. So if you take your scarf and put it around your neck, and with your right hand, take the left side of the scarf. I'm just going to make this side a little bit longer so that I can bring it round and hold it and secure it round my back. And then this is going to come across my face and stretch. Can you feel that? I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate it, then I'm going to just have a look and make sure you've got it. So it's important that it comes across your face. So I'm just going to show you all angles, if you can see this. Because what you should feel, so if I just set that up again, your right hand takes the left end of the scarf and I bring it sort of across my face, so I'm looking to the right and my left is just securing and pulling this down. And once you get it, you can hold that. Can you feel that stretch? I know you're all on mute, so I'm just going to have a look at you. Yeah, so pull that stretch, because it's quite a nice stretch. So Veronica, get yourself across your face a little bit more so that it goes across, so look the other way. I think you've got it the other way. Switch your hands round. Switch your hands round so that, yeah, switch your hands round so that, change your hands so that the other way, so it's like this. You've got the same hand. So can you feel that stretch? So the hand to the opposite. You're going the same way. You're doing that. So if you take the hand the opposite.
I'm dyslexic, sorry. I'm very dyslexic.
Okay.
I can't follow instructions like that.
So that's okay. So if you go to the opposite side, so take the opposite side, so your hand to the opposite side. Yeah. You want to switch your hands so that it's pulling. And so you can feel that stretch. And then I'm going to change round, so the other way. So just make the other side shorter. Let me just watch everybody. Oopsie. That's it. Oops. Nice. So the one that's behind your back is a little bit longer than the one over your face. And it's not over your face like covering your face, it's just to assist that stretch. It's a lovely stretch, this. I adore this stretch. Because you should feel it all the way down the trapezius of the other side. Hold it and breathe. When you hold stretches, it's actually quite important to keep the stretch. Oh, sorry, my emails are just swiping across the screen there, so I can't see you. There we go. Yeah. And then bring the scarf so that it's equal around your neck, and just bring it up a little bit higher onto your neck, onto your head, so it's on the occipital, and you're just going to pull forward. It's a lovely stretch. Looking down. Good, and release. And also with scarves, sometimes I hold them up high and you can come to the side. Breathing. What I like about this, it's almost like an assisted stretch. It's a personal assisted stretch. And you can go as far as you can without it being uncomfortable. Good. Even coming back opening up the front of the body, the heart space. That's really nice. A lot as well, you know, when we're sitting in front of our screens and computers, we're often, you know, forward. So this really opens everything up. Good. Okay. A few shoulder. I can feel the release. Can you feel the release? Yeah, I think that's so simple but so effective. So just shoulder rolling back and shoulder rolling forward, and just up and down, up and down, up and down. Amazing. Good. So let's take a little bit of, I don't know if you've got a little bit of oil. Have you got a little bit of oil? Amazing. Let's take a little bit of oil. So not too much, not sort of over oiling when we do a massage on the face. It's not like a big sloppy oil. It's just so that we can, I've got, I make my own oils, but this morning I've selected some rose hip oil. I love rose hip oil for the face. I think rose hip oil is super. Sort of like a nice nutty, rich aroma, but very good for cellular rejuvenation, rose hip oil. So I'm just going to put some on my face. I'm also just going to come down my neck, and I'm going to bring it down onto just the front part of my décolleté area. I need a little bit more, and a little bit around my neck, because we're going to use facial techniques, but also use a little bit of the gua sha and the spoons. Oh, lovely. Good. So I'm just going to start. This is with the gua sha or your jaw lid. We're just going to start doing some movements across the chest or the pectoral area. So if you've got a jaw lid, you literally hold the jaw lid. As long as it's not too scratchy, it shouldn't be scratchy. Yeah, and just pulling across. So from the midline, from the sternum out. You'll feel what should naturally occur is that you want to naturally take quite a deep breath. Coming out again, from the midline out. This is opening up lung chi in the lung space. It's also draining the lymphatics. And we want to really clear the lymphatics so that we have good drainage and no tissue fluid, because when we come to do the face, we're going to go onto the neck. And so from the jawline, we're just coming down. I can already feel a little bit of muscular tension. So there's two factors that we're doing here. We're draining lymph, but we're also working the muscular system. The muscles, the muscle tension. So this is draining lymph towards the lymphatic ducts. And you should see a reddening occur. This is good. This is fresh oxygenated blood. It encourages vasodilation. Amazing. Then we're going to move on to the face, and we're going to go from the chin, the midline of the chin, and out towards the ear. Oh, so I can feel a little bit of tension right there in my jaw. So I'm just going to go backwards and forwards. Let me come in and show you. I'm just going to go backwards and forwards over this area of tension. Yeah. So with the jaws, by the way, I would change it so that it's the edge of it, the edge. Yeah, not to flip it the other way, Camellia. The other way, yes, that's it. And the other way, so you've got the sharp bit, if you like. Yeah, use the sharp bit of the jar. Can you feel it? It's called scraping gua sha. It's a scraping. Yeah, and it's in China they use jar lids. Other side, they actually use jar lids or soup spoons. They use Chinese soup spoons or jar lids because it has that real lovely edge and roundness. And you're scraping, which brings fresh oxygenated blood and qi and lymph. Okay, top of the lip. Yeah. Top of the lip. And then the other side. This is great. Oh, yeah, really good. Can you feel well, you feel it actually once you finish. But I'm coming up. Just be careful under your eyes, but I'm sweeping. That's it, lovely. Towards the auricular nodes. We've got some lymphatic nodes here that drain tissue fluid. I tend to get puffiness, and then in a minute, once we get the cold spoons. So I don't know, I think my spoons probably aren't cold anymore, but I'll show you what to do and keep some spoons in the fridge because the cold spoons in a minute will tighten, and then we're going to go across the forehead here and the other way. So this is great. This just really encourages. I don't know if you can see for yourself, but definitely can you see the redness? This is fresh oxygenated blood, stimulating the fresh oxygenated blood and qi flow. I'll talk to you about gua sha shortly so that you can just maybe get yourself a piece, because a little bit of daily gua sha is excellent. Okay, we're going to come just back down. We're going to get your teaspoons. Mine is still cold. And we're going to go around the eyes. So my face feels quite warm from doing that. I don't know if you feel it. A little bit like a glow, like a warmish glow. And I'm just going to bring my teaspoons from under my eyes. And if you do bring them from out they heat up quite quickly. But I usually use jade here as well. I've got these jade pieces. I'll show you those as well. And which stay cold for a lot longer. We're going to go up and over as well. How nice is that? Simple. You could just keep about 6 teaspoons in the fridge. Yeah, amazing. Lush. Good. And then just underneath the zygomatic, we're going to massage with the spoons here. And then I'm just going to switch out and bring in my larger spoons. I'm going to take, cold, the back of the neck. Oh, cold. Whew, nice. Nice though, right? Take them up high, up to the occipital ridge. That's just at the base of the skull. Press firm. So I've got my fingers in the spoons and I'm pressing quite firmly into the base of the skull here. Breathing. Nice. Coming down the neck. Okay. Oh, that is nice. I've got a little bit, we'll come here in a minute with some pressure points, but I found this little area, like the depression at the back here with the spoons. You can just, or you could use the jar lid or your gua sha just to get in, to switch, whichever tool is best. The gua sha, just to find those little areas of tension and get focused in on those areas. Lovely. Okay. And then let's do some lovely facial massage now. So we're going to start with our hands in a prayer position, and we're going to sweep across the top of the forehead and out, across the bridge of the nose, underneath the eyes and out, side of the nose, underneath the cheekbones, zygomatic, and out, and then across the mouth, and then this way up along the jawline, down the neck, over the back of the trapezius and pull forward. And let's do that one more time. Sweep across the bridge of the nose, connect to your breath, out, your thumbs under the jaw, down the neck, over the back of the trapezius, pull forward. Good. Okay, now take your fingertips, we're going to do some circles on the forehead. Circles at the temple. So I'm just going to go along the brow. So I've got my thumbs and fingers and I'm squeezing along the brow. Okay, so we've got bladder points, we've got an extra point, Yuyao, and Sanjiao 23 across the brow. So all these points are great for any sort of frontal headache, great for sinus congestion and eye strain. So you can, like I said, if you have got a piece of gua sha, just to let me show you, is that you can do very little scrubs, like little scrubs across. If ever you've got your, if ever you have a gua sha stone, it's so good. But we'll continue with, okay, and then little presses underneath the orbital cavity, just underneath the eye, just pressing, pressing, pressing. Yep, stomach meridian points. Good. And now we're just going to place your thumbs underneath the zygomatic, and we're just going to sweep across the top with our knuckles. Yeah, amazing. And underneath. Good for drainage, good for puffy eyes. Teacher, sorry, my dog. Okay, and then we're just going to take our knuckles and massage underneath the zygomatic bone, zygomatic muscle. And then this is such an important muscle to massage here, is the masseter. So if you're a grinder or a clencher, you'll feel this big, very large masseter muscle here. You want to be really working to relax. If you're not sure where it is, if you were to just clench your jaw. And there's a fantastic point, it's called stomach 6. If you were to clench your jaw and find the highest point of the masseter and just press it, it's like a really dull ache. I find it excruciating, but if you clench your jaw, find the highest point of that muscle and press, you can find like a dull ache. That's called stomach 6. It's great for jaw, neck, teeth, all of that. So it releases the jaw, and then just soothe it out with your knuckles. Yeah, So it's quite painful, that, but it's such a good, it's a good point for releasing and relaxing your face. Then we're going to take like an L shape and we're going to sweep up the jaw. This is good for sculpting the jawline. Sculpting the jaw. Have your thumb underneath the jaw. Yeah, so really pushing back. Yeah. You can also do it with 2 knuckles. And we're going to just look up and stretch the front part of your neck. And release. Good. We're just going to bring our fingertips to the back of the head. And you can find these 2 depressions. It's called gallbladder 20. So it's at the base of the skull, and there's 2 natural soft depressions there that you feel. Give those a lovely massage. They're fantastic for headaches. So this is more sort of headaches through the back of the neck or the side of the head, or neck pain. Gallbladder 20. Good. It's just about taking time to do this and spending time on these points. Now I'm moving down the neck muscles, these scalene muscles, splenius capitis. I'm just moving down back of the neck. Just really, and the trapezius, big trapezius muscle that really sort of hold the back up. Good. Okay, and then we're just going to go back into our tapping. And connecting to our breath. I'm going to tap around the face. Tapping around the head. And down the neck. And let's just end with some nice big sweeps and lifts. You could lift and sweep and sweep. Big deep breaths to finish. Just sweeping down, and now just energetically, so we're working more within the aura of just sweeping down, sweeping. And it's so important just to take a moment, as we did at the beginning, as we do at the end. Now perhaps just become aware of the difference of your energy field, the difference of your aura, the difference of the skin, of the flow. Just becoming aware of those changes. And after all massage, it's important to be very well hydrated. So if you have any water or herbal teas, it's good to be hydrated.